Let's check in now on the Denver Nuggets, who surprisingly their best performed fantasy player over the last 2 weeks has been Paul Millsap, on the back of some very, very hot shooting. 58% from the field, almost 2 steals and over 1.5 blocks. So this is a perfect sell high time for Millsap. These are numbers which are completely unsustainable. He's doing it in only 26 minutes per game. He won't maintain this level of steals. He won't maintain this level of blocks, and he won't maintain this level of shooting. So if you can trade out Paul Millsap for any sort of top 40 player, I'd be looking to do that. Of course, the Nuggets still have to reintroduce Fart and Will Barton back into the rotation, and that's going to change some things. So it is going to lose some usage for guys like Jamal Murray, for Paul Millsap most likely, perhaps Gary Harris, who's dealing with his ankle problem at the moment. Barton is still... He's still about a week or two away from returning, and when he comes back, I imagine it will be a slow integration back into the lineup, and I wouldn't be surprised if he remains on the bench for Juancho Hernangomez, who's been starting and playing well. Juancho over the last 2 weeks is actually a top 100 player. He's scoring 14 points per game, and he's shooting well, 49% and 88%, averaging 7 rebounds. So there is some short-term value there. I wouldn't classify him as a must-roster player, but to me, he's the guy who's really stepped up the most and deserves the most attention, while Monty Morris is a player who's getting you a lot of assists, almost or over 4.5 assists per game over his last 7. He's not doing too much more apart from that, but he can be a stream option there. This is a team who's got their eyes on a top 4 seed in the Western Conference, so there's not going to be guys who really take big steps up later in the season to elevate into larger roles. But what I will think we'll see is more improvement from Gary Harris and from Jamal Murray, who have been a little bit shaky to start this season, although both of those guys are shooting 38% from 3 over the last 2 weeks. And Nikola Jokic is way down in his numbers. He is an ultimate buy low player, shooting 38% and 24% from the field and from 3 respectively over his last 7 games. Still averaging 8.5 rebounds, which is a bit down. 7.6 assists, 1.4 steals, and 0.4 blocks. The blocks will come up, the field goal percentage will come up, the free throw attempts will come up, the three-pointers will come up. He should be able to vault himself back into that top 12 discussion pretty quickly, so I'd be looking to buy low on Nikola Jokic if I have that opportunity.